As you guys can see, I have a coffee. There's palm trees, the beach is in the distance. One of my favorite things to do here on Guam, and many people like to do this, is get up kind of early and go to the beach when it's still a little bit quiet, walk around, especially down here in the Tumon area where all the shops and stuff are. Around 9 o'clock in the morning, it's very, very peaceful. In the evening is when it's more alive, as there are more people and it does get cooler, and then the restaurants and all that are open. And now, one of the things I want to talk about in this video is how the coffee here on Guam is actually pretty good. There's a lot of options, like I've covered in a different video on my other channel, but the price of coffee here is a hard one to swallow, and it takes a bit to get used to, I feel like, because I'm not used to coffee being so expensive, to be honest. So I've come down to the beach to soak in the nice salt air, the fresh air, and just relax for a bit while I have some time on this Saturday morning. But as I was saying about coffee here, the coffee situation is so interesting because there are so many different cafes and places to get coffee. There is like a fake Starbucks in one of the hotels, and behind me where I just was, these are the hotel areas, so in there they have some small restaurants, cafes, things like that. Honolulu Coffee is in there. And now the interesting thing about the price is that this here, you would look at it, you would say, okay, it's a plain cup, there's not really any branding on it. It's probably not that expensive of a coffee, right? Well, this is the largest size they have. They only have 2, and this is $7 for a coffee. That's the realistic price of coffee here on Guam. You know, it can be about $5, $6, $7. On the lower end, you can find $4 coffee at certain places like Island Girl, and maybe some other places where it's just a basic, I don't know, maybe Americano or something. But the coffee here is, you know, much more steep than most people are used to, that I was used to, so it took a while to get used to. Now I'm kind of okay paying around $5, it's alright, but once in a while when I pay for something like this, $7 for a coffee, I'm like, man, maybe not again, right? But I do like this coffee here at Honolulu Coffee. It has an interesting taste. This is just a cold brew with a little bit of milk, and to me it has this, like, I don't know, this sour taste maybe. It's more of a sour coffee. I guess the coffee beans come from Hawaii, as it is Honolulu Coffee, but the only way I can describe it is it has a taste of like green olives, but it's pretty good. I like it, and I just love how there are so many options to have coffee here on Guam. But wow, I don't know if you guys can see in the distance, the clouds are definitely coming in or going away, whichever way. So as you can see, I'm sitting on this ledge right here. This ledge is just right outside of the hotel. Behind this bush or this plant, there's actually the pool. There's a lot of people swimming, but this is like a place that you can come and hang out for free. You don't have to pay. There's all these chairs here that you can use through the hotel, I believe. But I always sit on this wall because it's kind of shaded. You have the tree behind you. Sometimes the sun can be strong here, but you have a nice unobstructed view of the beach here. And so this is one of the places I come to sit often, and that's what I thought I would do today, is just come sit down here for a little bit while it's still cool. The temperature is very mild. It's only like 82 degrees right now, but it will go up towards 90 in the afternoon, so right now is a perfect time. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but right now it's actually a higher tide, as you can't really see the like the reef out there, which is like the barrier for the waves to crash on. So actually right now is a good time to swim because it's much deeper. You can snorkel up close, and you don't have to go too far out. But as you guys can tell, there's a fair amount of people out here at the beach this morning. With it only being 10 o'clock now, there's definitely quite a bit of people, but I think 95% of them are probably tourists or people staying in the hotel. You do have the locals that come down here, of course, but right now it's just tourists, and that tells me that there's probably actually a lot of tourists visiting the island now, still visiting. But even that, you know, with as many people as there are down here, maybe 70 people or something, there's plenty of space to swim. So as I've been saying, you gotta get a coffee and then you gotta come down to the beach. You just gotta walk around. It is the best thing to do here on Guam, pretty much. And look at the sand is like perfectly soft here. I'm wearing my shoes, but this is the best sand, obviously, because they take care of it. And now one of the other good things, as you can see, is there's a lot of restaurants on the beach. I haven't had or tried any of these restaurants, but I've been wanting to go to this one. This one's called Tossi Grill. I think one day I'm gonna go there, go to the restaurant, and then come down to the beach and swim and stuff. But as you can see, like right here behind me, there's not many people in this section, so this is a good place to swim to have your own space. Of course, there's always more people down that way towards those hotels. But wow, this is why I love the mornings down here. It's so peaceful, always. And as you guys can tell, those clouds actually have moved away, so looks like they went offshore. I'm telling you guys, the air right now is so cool. There's a little bit of wind gusts. The past few days has actually been quite windy, so it's been feeling really refreshing even when it is kind of hot. But right now, perfect. We got like partly cloudy skies, so the sun isn't beaming too bad. Just got to keep the sunglasses on here and there as it does come out a little bit and then goes behind the clouds. But yeah, this is just perfect weather in the morning, always here, and in the evening. Best time to do anything, really. During the day, you don't really do much but stay inside. I'll tell you what, guys, it would be incredible to live very, very close to the beach or be on vacation here every day and just walk up and down every morning with a coffee. It is quite wonderful, relaxing, peaceful, everything like that. But my coffee's almost gone and I don't need another coffee, so I'm gonna finish this up. But before I do finish this up, I wanna ask you guys, do you have any other recommendations of cafes, places to get a coffee I should try that you think is very good, is worth visiting? I've tried quite a bit here. Many of the infusion locations, Island Girl, Slingstone. I've tried the new place, Solid Grounds. I've tried that new one, Slow Walk, way down south. The Honolulu place, like I said, and a few other ones. But let me know, what's your favorite coffee place here, or do you have some recommendations? I'd love to give it a try and see what other type of coffee there is, and also to compare the price. See how the price is it cheaper, affordable, more expensive, you know, all of those things. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna finish my walk on this beach and carry on to the next part of my day. Wow, I guess there is a lot of tourists here right now. 6 full buses of Korean tourists on an organized leadership group tour or something like that, staying at the Hyatt. Looks like they're all going back to the airport as they all have their luggage leaving the hotel. So there's definitely a lot of tourists here, and maybe that's why there wasn't so many of them at the beach, because, you know, most of them are leaving right now, probably a couple hundred of them. But yep,